Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of GNN. Today is February 12th, 2025, and we have another banner night on our hands here. But before we get into the details of our brand new mobile suit, let's go over some news. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Spring Kickoff campaign is still ongoing, which started on the 29th of January. It's still ongoing all the way till the 19th, so if you haven't been logging in, doing all sorts of different things, and enjoying the game as much as you're able to, well, it's time to play catch up. So what that means for you guys, for those that are uninitiated or just hopping into the game, that means you have an extra 3 recon crates that you can receive potentially per day. That's based on assuming you don't have any of the medals already gotten, or I forgot what they actually call them. I apologize, but that potentially can get you some in-game resources, potentially even some tokens and some mobile suits that you may not have in your hangar, in your collection. So definitely keep that in mind as well. And we are in that round 3 limited mission shenanigans. So if you don't have that available right now, what that means is that this is your chance to get the level 3 and level 4 Zeta Gundam with the classic Zaku head from Double Zeta. So I believe this is 650, 700 respectively. And then you do also have a chance to get the scale pattern, the 3rd scale pattern. It just says 03, but 3rd scale pattern, as well as mechanic tickets, 2-star mechanic tickets, and 200k DP. So on top of that, on our main event, we have our main suit, the Gundam Delta Anse. It is a 3-star suit, which we'll get into shortly. But there is a limited supply drop notice for the NTX, which they are now bringing the level 2 to the mix there. So if you missed your chance to get this suit, I believe this is a 550 native support. This is your chance to get that, as well as the level 2, including its level 2 weapons. So if you have some extra tokens to spare, definitely consider this. We do have the round 3 of the 750 cost guaranteed boosted supply drops, which I will hold my tongue here, but we do have a 3-step process. The first step being a half off and a 750 cost suit guaranteed out of any of those there. So this is for the level 2 mark. Not level 2. 750 cost Gundam Mark 5. I was reading a little ahead there. EXS, the FAZ, and the C1 Plus, Zeta Plus C1. So definitely could be cool. I will let you guys decide if that's worthwhile or not, but we should see, hopefully, probably by the end of the month, what's going to be the 750 cost native suit that's going to be dropping, hopefully by the end of February. I'm going to say F91 just because reasons, but it would be kind of a curveball if they wanted to throw F90 in the mix, but I'm thinking F91. So we do have some changes coming to the recycle ticket counter that I was already jumping the gun on. So the Gundam Mark 5 level 2 is now added. It is like some upwards of 500, 600 recycled tickets, which is pretty steep. But if you really gotta have that suit, it's there. And then we also have the level 2 version of the Zaku 4 support unit being added. They do have some changes to the DP exchange counter with the Reg Z level 3, the Reg Z Custom level 3, and the Reg Z Ideal being added to the DP store. So if you want to kind of round out your Zeta collection or refined Zeta collection, it's definitely there. So we do have a change for the situational battle right now. It's called the Ace, which this one is a looks like it's a Johnny Raiden inspired one. So this is for the Federation, it looks like full armored Gundam, heavy Gundam, GM Sniper 2, Sniper Custom, and a GM light armor. This is a pretty interesting collection of stuff. with the light armor having Force Injector 2 and a emergency evasion. And then for the Zeon side, it looks like you have the Gelgook High Mobility type, which is probably Johnny Raiden's since it has the G-Rocket, the Gelgook Cannon JN, and the Uma Lightning High Mobility, as well as a Zaku Cannon and the Shin Matsunaga FS. So interesting stuff, and if you do the situation battles there, for the first week, you do get a level 4 GM Sniper 2, if you don't have that already, or maybe you just don't have DP funds to get it. And then the second week following is the level 1 JN Gelgook Cannon. Both are in the 500-550 range, so really cool stuff. Now, let's get into the stats, because unfortunately, I was not able to pull this suit, so we're going to go straight into here really quick. And let me just close this down. It is a 600 cost general type, 20k HP. I want to say leanings towards beam resistance with, ballistic and melee resistance not falling too far behind. It does have a leaning towards melee strength with pretty good movement. 135, 215 is not too bad. Pretty generous thruster gauge of 75 with a turning speed of 72. So if we go into the weapons here, it does have the specific beam rifle for that. It's not the same one as the Delta Kai, but 2300 base power, 5 shots, 400 meters effective range. So not quite as much range as the Delta Kai, sadly. 15-second reload time with 5 seconds between shots is not bad. Its beam saber starts at about 2250 with 2.5 second cooldown time. It's, like I said, it's not too bad on paper. Beyond that, we do have Vulcans based with the base power of 100, 50 round mag, 150 meters effective range with a 10-second reload time. So I'm assuming it's going to have fast rate of fire, but I'm not quite sure why they up the reload time on a lot of these suits. It's very strange to me, at least. This also has a sub beam saber melee, so 2 sabers, 2400 base, 2.5 seconds. So you're going to be swapping between the two. I didn't get a very good look at the moveset, but it's going to be a pain in the butt. I can see that already. And then you do have a sub weapon version of the beam rifle, so I guess to kind of make up for the range, it has a sub mitigation type of aspect where you can burst fire, and it helps with the MA defeating purpose of the primary weapon. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's something else in lieu besides the Vulcans to kind of help break enemy mobile maneuver armor there. So base power of 700 per shot, I would say. Looks like it's a burst. 12 shots, so it could be more like a 3 or 4 shot burst without even seeing anything yet. But 350 meters is still quite a bit, so a good mid-lining ability than trying to close into Vulcan range. So I can see it being pretty good standoff at a standoff type of situation. Very fast cooldown time between shots and 12-second reload time. And it comes with a shield too, so this does transform, which doesn't change the beam rifle at all, but it does have a set of beam cannons on the back, which only come out when it transforms, which is kind of sad. I wish it had it available, but yeah, that's wishing for too much. Half a second cooldown time between shots. I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar to like the regular Zeta, the 3A, and every other Zeta similar suit, but it probably will have temporary rapid fire and focus fire, so you get to choose between either or. So I'm not sure what kind of damage this is going to do, but I would say it's about 700 per pair of shots hitting, and then you're probably looking around, could be anywhere upwards of 1400 maybe. I might be stretching that a bit, but 16-second overheat's not too bad. And of course, just like the Delta Kai series, it has a mega cannon. I'm not sure if this really compares to the MBL that the Delta Kai has, because I know you can use that in both instances in a way. And then let's see, 3000 power, instant overheat once you use it, 450 meters effect range with a 1.5 second focus, and it's only in transform mode. So pretty cool, because we're onto the shopping list of skills here. And so far looks pretty standard. It has anti-blast, so it's definitely one of those suits that, yes, it can transform, but you definitely want to get in there too. So I wonder if you can kind of use tactics and sort of the methodology that might work with, say, something like a Delta Plus, and kind of use it in with this, because you have so many different suits that kind of, or so many skills that kind of coincide with this. MA1, so obviously within reason, because it's not going to be able to just shrug off stuff right off the bat. Force Injector 2, two-hit combo aerial melee system. So this is probably the second suit I've seen that has a similar skill. I would say recently. Don't recall anything before that had it outside of the new narrative, and then now this suit. And then it has an eye field on its shield, which is pretty neat. Which I know was Delta Kai. Man, that thing just slapped around. Special back buffer, no leg buffers, so that's going to be interesting. But this also has the firing boost skill. I think the 7th Gundam has something similar to this as well, where it overheats, it can use high-speed movement. It's kind of like almost like an EX boost. Basically nullifies thrust consumption. It's probably for a limited time, like we'll say like 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. Boosted target weapon with cumulative stagger during high-speed move can be used during high-speed move. Reload time and target weapon overheat time are reduced. And of course, if you roll or tackle, it reduces the skill effect duration. So like I said, yeah, it sounds like it could be 30 to 45 seconds. Kind of hard to tell since I don't have the suit, but just based off experience, that's what I would expect out of this. So, beyond that, if it's built right, could be pretty nasty in the right hands. But it's 600, so it does have to contend with the current meta right now at 600, with a lot of different variety of suits that can possibly counter it, especially if it is focused down. Just because like 20k is not too bad, it's pretty much on par, but then you have so many other suits that as a support you could probably counter it. Like I know the Engage Gundam would probably do decently well against it. So it really depends, but more importantly it'll be more dependent on the team itself, because no matter how good the suit might be with all the skills in the world, if your team's not there to play, then the suit's it's not any good. So that's it for tonight's news. Unfortunately, I threw my tokens at it, and the Gacha gods have spoken and said, no, you can't have this suit. So hopefully you guys found this informative. Definitely give me a thumbs up, and let me know what you guys think about the suit. If you guys encountered it, if it's strong, if it's weak, I don't care. I want to know what you guys think. And until next time, guys, I will see you guys all on the next video. Take care.